Alrighty. Hello. So today we're going to be doing a VOD review with GBM. I've got a set that we're gonna go over. And yeah, so let me give them a call really quick, and then we can get started right away. So just so things are kind of getting moving, let me do that really quick. All right. Make sure this is all set up right. Let me rewind this too, just so we're at the start. The set is with Psychosis. You know what? Let me bring up the CMates wiki too, just so I can have that to reference for when we're going over stuff. I might actually have to make this smaller. What's up, Hammy? How are you today? Good to see you. Let me know if the audio is okay. We're just waiting on GBM right now. Doing a VOD review today with them, so just looking at the CMates wiki for the time being. Doing good. Hope you're doing good as well. Thank you. Thank you. I guess I should ask, do you plan on going to Tad quiet? Could bump it up a little bit. Is it my voice? Like, is my voice quiet? Here, let me see if I can bring that up just a tiny bit. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Make sure I'm talking into the mic, I guess, just in case. But yeah. Voice is quiet. Okay. Better. All right, cool. Yeah, I guess yeah, let me know if I don't know, anything needs more adjusting. Oh, GBM, are you in here?
Yeah, what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Doing good.
Good to hear. Hopefully, I think the stream should be able to hear you as well, so we're already live. But I went over the set earlier today and then a little bit while I was eating, so I have some like thoughts about some of the stuff that I saw. But I kind of wanted to just go through it with you. Here, let me bring up the stream. He's also Ted quiet. Alrighty, I'll fix that really quick. I'm gonna turn you up. All right, Hammy, let me know if that ends up better. But yeah, I went over the set and I had some things that I didn't write down, but just like mental notes basically, and then some defensive things that you could maybe add to help against Kohaku, because Kohaku is very cheap. I'm not gonna lie, I had to go and test something because I didn't know myself, but we'll talk about it when it comes up. But there is something that you can do against a lot of the reboot strings that might actually help you a lot, and it is bufferable. Hint, hint, parry.
It's not bunker, is it?
It's parry.
Oh, parry. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So parry. I know that sounds crazy, but you actually might be surprised. Like, I think it has a good amount of potential in the matchup. So
If I can use the parry, I'm so down.
yeah. I mean, what I'm gonna say too is like, you probably want to be using the. So okay, I guess I just say it now before we get into it, and then I'll like talk about like specific spots you might be able to use it. But essentially after when you can bump his audio up just a tad bit more, still a little bit quiet. Alrighty, I'm gonna turn up the audio here. Hopefully that is a little bit better. Yeah, there's a couple spots where you may be able to use parry after rebeat. You know what? Let me do one more test actually. I was looking at the Maids Wiki, turn that shit off. How you doing, Constrix?
No, you know what's funny? I sent you the VOD against Doge. Doge is actually learning F-Ryougi right now.
Really?
He's asking
Oh,
me
okay,
for like
cool.
stuff on it. Yeah.
Nice. That's pretty cool. There's one. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I was surprised to see that when I played Doge that they don't pick Hisui at all. But I guess
They love Kohaku.
yeah, Kohaku's kind of the way to go, so I get it.
Yeah.
Let me see. There was one other thing I wanted to test really quick. So I tested like the 5C and 5C, 5A whiff or 2A whiff into like 5C or 2C, 2A, 5C rebeat strings, and you can low parry in those gaps because there's just enough time to buffer it in there. But I have to test the 5cc one where they rebeat after that because I think that string is actually plus, but you may be able to get parry in there too. So let me. Oh wait, I gotta switch to Kohaku. So am I? Oh wait, I'm not screen sharing. I'm just gonna screen share my whole shit to you. So.
Okay.
Alrighty. Can you see the game?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Doge picks Hisui only in matchups that aren't super hard to operate in neutral. Oh, I see. Okay. So. Oh wait. Okay. So I got to do. Hold on. Sorry. I should have just had the shit labbed up earlier. Sorry.
It's all good.
Okay, that should probably work. Not the most professional way to do this, but oh my god, no. There we are. I left the fucking clap in there. All right. Let me fix this. All right. Put you in the corner. That was a little late. Okay. Yeah, late again. Did I get it that time? Okay. If I did that fast enough, that does work. Okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't have extended training mode, but yeah, I think that does work. I was like looking at the wiki, and if it's +2 like it says, I think there should be enough frames to do that because I'm pretty sure 5C is like frame. I want to say frame 8. Let me go through really quick. Kohaku 5C. Yeah, frame 8. So at +2, you should have time to low parry there. And so the low parry will grab even like the extended red here. And the key thing that I was thinking was like, there are some spots on defense where it seemed like you were trying to mash or jump out. And it's really hard to contest her, especially because like, since 2A doesn't have any disjoint, you can't really press that against 4B. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this little low kick is like almost just as fast. It's like a frame slower, but you know, like if he's plus after like a 5cc 2A whiff, this is just going to smoke your 2A. So low parry will beat the 5C, 4B, and the 2C if you time it right. I think there's a bigger window against the C normals, obviously, but because it's bufferable, it kind of might not matter as long as you're reading out the string. But yeah, that's like one of the main things I wanted to test. But we can start watching. Did you? Oh, okay. I guess I should ask too before we really get started. Is there any like key things that you felt like you were having trouble with as you were playing the set, or like some things that you wanted to ask about in particular?
I mean, a lot of the times I struggled was like in the defense.
Yeah.
scenarios. I kind of struggle in general against defense if like, especially when characters like it's like C War will do it as well. When like they're like trapping me in the corner and they're kind of like an immovable wall that I have to get past. I can like struggle in that scenario.
Yeah.
But mainly it's just like how to find these better hits in neutral, because especially with things like 5B, I'm like really bad at using 5B. But like things like this, finding better hits in neutral, it's
Yeah.
kind of vague, but that's I'm just trying to get really something like nice neutral going.
It's pretty tough. I mean, the big thing is like with 5B and some other normals, and we'll talk about it as we go. But doesn't parry also beat F-Ryougi Cherokee? It can, yeah, it can. If you parry the low 2A or any button that's, you know, parryable, you can flip her around and then do an attack. But yeah, I was gonna say in neutral in general, what I'll probably highlight the most is that you really only want to be swinging 5B in spots where there's like no other option for them but to like either fly at you or retreat, if that makes sense. So like you want to be counting air options as much as you can on approaches. And there are safe buttons you can swing. So I'm going to talk about like 5C in neutral as well a bit in this matchup, because if you can get Kohaku to start pressing 5C, or not 5C, start pressing 2C against 5C, since that's like the only normal that'll beat it at range, it opens up some options for you in neutral to like kind of close the gap and like get IEDs and whatnot, which is pretty important.
Yeah.
So it's we'll go over, but I'm just going to start the set and then we'll kind of talk about things as we go.
All right.
Oof, yeah. Yeah, and we get started. I'm gonna rewind a bit. I think it was just the dash was a little bit misspaced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just barely. Sometimes here, like, what I'll do is I'll expect them to jump, so I'll do like a deep dash into 5B, but I think they were just a little bit too far away to be fishing for that, so you could just like jump an ID back here, or just like bait out some kind of movement, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a bad habit I have. A lot of the time after 5 or 2-2B or 2-2A, I will run up and I either will run up in 5B or I'll run up in 2B.
Yeah.
Because they do jump a lot after the knife. Like,
Yeah.
everyone does that.
I mean, for what it's worth too, like because the knife has to travel, it's actually more plus than it usually says on the wiki. Like I think the default is like +5. But
Yeah.
you can be more plus than that because it has to travel. But yeah, like here, there's not really enough time to do it. Something I've been kind of experimenting with, to be honest, is just doing like a knife toss and then just like standing in place and seeing like if they move or not, to start. That way, like you don't like build into a habit of like having specific go-to options right away. Like you want to build off of what they do and try and read that out instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll go back to the round start and we'll keep it going. Oof, yeah. Is this gonna two-touch you? I don't. Oh, missed. Okay. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, that was a smart IH there. Good playing the space. Oh, damn. Did you? I think you missed your
Yeah,
cancel
it was,
there.
yeah, some misinputs are going on in the set for sure.
Yeah. Let me rewind a little bit. Yeah, just barely missed that. Yeah, something I'm gonna say too is, I mean, you had meter there. Like, in this case, like it's not so bad to just try and spend the meter to see what happens. But like all of the Kohaku B normals are just gonna smoke you if you try and use 2-3-6C and wake up.
Yeah, I don't really know how to use that as like a wake up option, because it's like invul in like 1 through 6, but I still get hit through that. I don't really know how to use that. Sometimes
Yeah.
it works, sometimes it doesn't.
What I would say is like it works on some really inactive A normals. The problem is that because of the nature of A normals, like you can whiff cancel into shield anyways. So it's really like it really is just like a bad reversal. I don't recommend using it like almost ever.
Yeah.
You're kind of like praying that somebody makes a mistake. Oh, what's up, Doge? Also, yeah,
Oh my god,
both the same level.
Oh. Doge, don't watch this, bro.
You switched to Kohaki more because of yeah, against Fruit because of the neutral. It makes sense. I mean, Hisui loses like some of the good see Hisui stuff that she gets against Ryogi, so that makes sense. But yeah, I would just say like in general, don't even bother trying with the EX reversals. They're all pretty bad. There's some like matchup specific cases. So 214C is like there's matchup specific cases where you can use it. But you're probably not going to get any mileage using it against Kohaku because she just has good ways to like stand outside of like range of it and just like duck it or like use normal to get under it or hit it. Like an early like 5B and stuff like that will just spot it right out of the air, or like a 5C in some cases. So it's not always worth it.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. Well, we can go back.
Because I like started walking into him.
Yeah. What I'll say with the TK Moonslash too is that sometimes I like to do this too because like it's pretty good option coverage. Oh, thank you for the follow, Hammy. It's pretty good option coverage for round start, but you really want it to be spaced out and you really got to make sure you do it as low to the ground as possible because in cases where you don't, it's pretty laggy. And yeah, you just got crossed up there, but oh, thank you, Doge. Yeah, good jump out. Oh, damn. This is like the hell spot for Ryogi. Is being in the corner against Kohaku when she's jumping, especially C Kohaku. It's so bad. Yeah. So right here, this is what I was gonna say. Yup.
Yeah,
5C, and then yup. So always here because even if they do 4B and like that'll beat your 2A, you can always parry here because it'll grab the 5C red. And low parry. Do low parry because it'll cover all the options. Now if it depends, I mean, what I'm gonna say is you should just do the 4-2-1 parry because it's so low in recovery, it's gonna be hard to punish. Like you really can't effectively bait it out the way you can the others. But if you're feeling like you really have a strong read on the offense, you could do the other parries and obviously get a higher reward. But it's kind of the game you're playing with Ryogi, you know, like trying to minimize the risk as much as you can. And obviously, like when people start to see that, like, okay, I'm like adding parry, I have to like, you know, take my time a little bit more. They might like wait, and then if they're like waiting to read out parry, that'll give you more options to like mash in these spots. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's something to build on. But I think that adding that is going to really help against all these rebeat situations. That's my guess. That's what I would say. And then we can talk about what to do when Kohaku's like jumping in the air, IDing at you more as that comes up.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Yeah, Doge loves doing that.
Yeah, my
thought is always like gadding it because a lot of the time he'll fake the JC, but yeah, I don't have like reaction for that yet.
It really depends on the angle. Something I will say is that Ryogi like uniquely, and I'll say Hime too, because of their 5B, maybe like Flen, because of the angle it hits at, you actually have like a pretty good chance of just catching people if they jump at this like spacing that Kohaku's in, or like maybe a little bit farther back, because this is like a really good reset range for Kohaku since her JB has like red disjoint like at the, I'll actually show you. I don't know if you
like Kohaku JB.
Yeah, let me.
Yeah, like that like square of disjoint.
Yeah, for the IDs, it'll like crush a lot of 5As. So, oh wait, it's like the first image on the wiki, of course. Yeah, so like this red obviously is going to catch any green, but because her air dash is pretty slow and linear, you can 5B there. And what she's going to have to start doing is like double jumping or like jumping at a higher angle. I know there's going to be some like super jumps that Doge will do. And in the case that they super jump, and like I'll point it out, like you can do things like rising JA to try and like meet that in the air. But we'll get to that as it comes up. Yeah, and I mean that's just mixed. That's really hard to block.
Doge always yells at me when that cactus hits me.
Something else I'm gonna point out as the set goes on is that unblockable, or not unblockable, that overhead. I noticed that you get hit by that a lot. Just like a player habit thing. Doge, it seems like, really relies on the overhead to open you up at the end of these rounds. Definitely try your best to watch for that, because the overhead is pretty slow, and like when they're at range, like out here, there's like no big threat of anything else happening, because I don't think that C Maids has feint, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure. Oh, they do have feint. Damn. Well, yeah, it's pretty slow. Well, I don't know. You could probably fuzzy block it. I mean, at that range, it's definitely more manageable than up close and like when you have a plant on you. My mistake. But yeah, nice knife. Yeah, that knife toss is pretty good against Kohaku because of the air dash angle she comes at. I'm gonna say this too. After these summons, I really think that you should try and block. These are pretty plus. I think like they're at least +2 because of where Hisui has to sit. So you don't have like very many good mash options. I mean, you could maybe try for parry again, but if she's farther away, like when she comes from like really far out, she gets more plus because Kohaku recovers. So just be careful of that. Like some of those are like legit resets, and you gotta just wait it out. You know what I mean? Maybe EX guard them.
Yeah.
Right. I noticed that sometimes you shield too. It hasn't come up yet, but definitely don't mess too much with shielding, because I don't think there's a way to react to whether or not she's doing the palm or the chair. I think it happens too quickly. So.
All right. Makes sense.
Yeah. Oof. Yeah, nice block. Yeah, so Doja's doing that string a lot. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's actually hard to time. Oh, just no punish.
That was a failed TK right there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Something I'm going to say here, too, just to keep in mind, is when you get this hit in the corner, try and hit confirm into the TK Moonslash for the corner combo. I don't know if you ever do that, or if you know what I'm talking about, where you do like 2C, 3C into TK 236B, and then you rising JB to get the corner combo.
That like I'm low-key really bad at timing the JB on that, so like I don't really do it, which means I just forget about it. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So what I'll say is that I think when you're directly in the corner, it might be character specific, but you can, when you're directly in the corner, I think it's like a 1 or 2 frame depending on the character. And there's some characters you can't do it against, like the Akihas, for example, drops on all of them. There might be somebody else. I think it drops on Ryogi as well. But when you're outside of the corner, so like at this spacing, like you're not quite in it, or like, you know, and your opponent isn't in it, it doesn't, like, it's way more lenient. I can actually show you really quick. Let me pull up the game. So let me turn off the dummy. Yeah, so like at this, it doesn't really matter who I do it against. It's like really easy there. It's like basically free. And you can actually do it like if you're back here, for example, too. It's, oh, whoops, dropped it. Okay, I'm gonna fail it, of course, but it is easier when you're not near the corner. But the closer you get, like if you're way in here, it is harder.
Yeah, that's the only time I've labbed it. I didn't even think about using it when you're like not directly in the corner.
Yeah, the reason to use it when you're not directly in the corner, and the reason I bring it up there, is because it'll make it so that you don't have to burn the meter. So like,
yeah, I don't OTG with
that. I mean, you didn't use the meter anyways to end that round, but you would have had to OTG if you got the right Rekka.
Yeah.
So it's just something to keep in mind there, as like a, I don't know, a combo adjustment basically, or like an optimization to end the round.
Yeah, I've been, because I use a lot. I OTG to succeed like 80% of my combos. So I'm always thinking I should do that TKJB stuff. But I
Yeah.
just always forget. I just always forget.
Yeah, it's worth adding in the corner. Like if you can get really good at it, like when I used to only play F-Ryougi, I had that combo like down packed pretty well. Like you could definitely lab it out. And I know like this is like your only character right now. So
Yeah.
it's worth adding because it adds a lot of extra damage and being able to save the meter is pretty big. But yeah, like when you're near the corner, like definitely add that just so you can save the meter as much as you can. And then obviously like, you always have the option of burning the meter if you want to. Like you could route that way and then do 5B 214C to get the hard knockdown as well. So like you have a couple different options there.
Actually, I have a question about what do you think about Ryogi's blood heat? Do you agree that's like really fucking strong?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say no, to be honest with you. There's a
Oh.
yeah, I mean like the problem is that you are basically like at the mercy of your opponent to press a button that you want them to. You know what I mean? Like you have to shield correctly. It's pretty meh, is what I would say. Like
Okay.
I think it has potential. The problem is that like where I see the potential is you have to land or get blood heat in the first place, right? And then after you get blood
Yeah.
heat, you have to land a hit, and then there's actually like a way in the corner to time like an air throw, and you can guaranteed get an unblockable after air throw if you're in the corner. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh,
Um
really?
yeah,
Okay.
there's videos on it, so like it's a one frame. I probably will fuck it up, but I can show you how it works.
Okay,
So
yeah.
basically where's meter? Sorry. So if we go into immediately max, or actually no, I'm just gonna enter max. Yeah. So if we enter blood heat, and you throw outside of the corner, I fucked it up. But like basically you can test it by letting them jump.
Wait, you get the arc drive off on them?
Yeah, it works. And
Oh.
this
Oh,
is
wow.
guaranteed, yeah. As long as they don't jump. It'll hit them on their neutral frame. Because
Wait,
okay,
that's crazy.
so like you know how you can do throw loops like this in the corner?
Yeah, yeah.
So basically the command grab works the same way. And it's also one frame, but they can so like if you mistime it, they can jump or like do a reversal. Oh well, actually I don't know that a reversal would work, but they can always jump out if you fuck it up. But yeah, it's like a one frame timing. And it's easier on some characters than others, but you need the throw first to do it. There's actually this is
And
like
it works off air throw?
it works off air throw and it works on any like everybody. But
Okay.
yeah, you have to throw out of the corner and you have to manually time the input and get the one frame. So like I fucked it up there. Yeah, like she's gonna be like getting up as you do it. I think I fucked it up again. I have to like set them jump to really be able to tell. Okay, let me let her. Oh wait, I didn't. Okay. Then we'll set her to jump. Yeah, I fucked it up. See how see how they could jump. They wouldn't be able to jump, essentially. I'm not gonna be able to time it because I don't have it lapped out. There's also a couple characters. I think it is, let me go to CSS so I can look. I'm pretty sure it's Nania. I think it works on Wara as well. Maybe Tono. And there might be like one or two other characters, maybe like Koma or something. You can also get it mid-screen. There's like a buffer you can do where you can like dash and then buffer the another arc drive as well at the same time and hit the one frame. And that's like actually something you could time if you like lab it out, but again, like it's pretty hard. So I've left it out of my game plan myself, but that's kind of where I see the potential in Ryogi's blood heat, because outside of that, like it's just so, I don't know, like letting it rip in neutral and then like trying to get shield or something like that is just, it's too difficult. And you can leverage it on offense, but again, like Ryogi's not the best at like forcing offense. And if you God forbid like you whiff the command grab, you're going to be taking a lot of damage, so because you're in counter hit state. So I just, for me, like I don't I don't like to use it that much. Like I think using burst and just like spending the meter to like manage your health and like using IH is a little bit better, but it's a preference thing. I mean, you know, like there's potential there. It's just it has to be labbed, and I don't know. Somebody that is probably not me will get better leverage out of it, but I just like if you ask me, like I wouldn't go crazy with it, but you could try it. Like it's better in
Yeah.
some matchups than others.
Oh, can I ask? Would you prefer if I like didn't cuss on stream? Or
No,
does it not
you're
matter?
fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It
Okay,
doesn't matter.
that arc drive setup is the craziest shit I've ever seen. That is I'm gonna laugh that because even if it's like risky, that is crazy. That is so cool.
So yeah, C-Ryogi can do it too. The only reason H-Ryogi can't is because she can't enter blood heat. But it's really crazy. There's a video that, do you know who N2L is? He's like an old H-Ryogi player.
I do not.
He's like one of the players. Or I don't know that he is the person that discovered it, but he has like a video explaining exactly how it works. I can send that to you after the stream is over, or like you know after we're done VOD reviewing. But yeah, I mean it's something you could definitely lab, and I mean if you get good at it, I mean it's literally unblockable. Like it's one of the only like true unblockable setups in the game where like there's absolutely nothing they can do about it if you do it right.
That is so sick.
But again, like you have to consider like there's variable wake up times in this game and whatnot, so that complicates things a little bit. But if you could get good at like the standard wake up time and like do it against like most of the characters, that would probably be a pretty big deal. You know what I mean? Like that would give you an edge. But yeah, I mean,
like that is some scrolls right there. No, that is crazy.
Yeah, it's something that gets overlooked. Actually, something else I could actually, well, we don't have to talk about it right now. We'll stick to this character stuff, but I can talk to you about some other scrolls after the stream.
That is I want some more of these like crazy scrolls I've never even heard of. I didn't even imagine that would be a possibility.
Yeah, it was something that was like talked about. I want to say it was like 2 years ago. People were like looking into this stuff because the throw protection thing is obviously like very funny that Ryogi can break the throw protection. And yeah, like I don't know if you know this, I'll mention this too, but after throw on the ground, or like the grounded throw, you can actually do 236 A as well, or like the Rekos, and that is like also something that they have to block. Like they can't do like a reversal or anything.
Really?
Yeah, because of the
Yeah, because I would use that as like a jump catch, but I didn't realize that was like a super meaty as well.
Yeah. You can use it as like a meaty. I think the reason I learned that is because there's a old JG video showcasing it, like that it like works against a bunch of different characters, which is pretty interesting. I'm sure there's somebody that it doesn't work against, but it works against most of them.
And I just wanted to ask about the blood heat thing, because like watching like QRQL VODs, I think she had like a seven game set against the council, and I think she blood heated every single round of that whole set. So I was like,
yeah,
I didn't know if blood heat was like actually that lit, and I was missing out.
So like
or not.
that's something to consider. So like if you're playing a matchup where, so like against Len, because of like Black Cat for example and the Neko, or you're playing against Nero, like blood heat is something to consider more because of the projectiles that they have.
Yeah, that's true.
Same thing against like C White Len. Like if they're throwing out a bunch of icicles and then you enter blood heat, like now those icicles are like a free last arc. You know what I mean? Yeah. So long as you don't get thrown before it's active. But yeah, I mean there's like matchups where you would want to consider it, but in a matchup like this, for example, like there's not really much reason to try it. I mean, I guess you could like read out an assist maybe, but like if you're just playing against a character who's like using their normals, it's really dangerous, you know? Like it's hard to know for sure what somebody is going to press every single time. And there's so many ways to like bait out shield. So I personally like try to stay away from it, but yeah, against like council or like a narrow player, it could be pretty good to like dissuade them from using summons or like Black Cat, etc.
Yeah, all three narrow players. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Yeah, hey, you never know because it seems like we're getting more like Himes and whatnot. I don't know. There's more people picking top tier, so there might be a narrow renaissance sometime soon. So and you know,
I have zero narrow experience.
Hey, when the narrow or when more narrow players come out, because I know it's gonna happen sometime in the next couple of years. F-Ryougi is like pretty good into C narrow, so That's something to
Not F.
F. Not as much because the crow and the sludge are really annoying for her, but C
Yeah.
Nero in particular, like she can play around deer pretty well, and I don't know, like his summons just aren't as good as keeping her away, in my opinion. But yeah, that's like a conversation for another day, I guess.
Yeah. I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah. I can't think off the top of my head. Do you know if you dash with Ryogi and shield, does it keep your momentum, or do you just like hard stop?
um, that's a good question. I don't know if you hard stop or not. I mean, she moves so quick, it's kind of hard to tell. I think she does just stop. But I'm not sure. I don't think she has like a slide or anything like that with the momentum.
Is it the same with parry? Like, do you just stop if you parry?
Yeah,
If
you,
you're
you just
dashing?
you just stop. I've kind of considered trying to lab out some like parry approaches to like cover some options where like you do and then like that, you know what I mean? Oh, wrong parry, but
Yeah.
because
Because I see an alco orb, I'm trying to parry that.
yeah, you can, well, it has to be proximity orb, but you could like run into it and then
Yeah.
do that parry. Actually, what I'll say too is the fast parry might be a little bit too fast. Like you might actually not grab it. So you might want to use like the C parries if you know what I mean. So like 63C, and then also like 421C to grab the orbs. But since those are like a
Yeah.
guaranteed thing to parry, but yeah, I think you stop
I
like on a dime here with that.
My Christmas noob's coming out, but I didn't realize one of her sets of parries is faster.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought they're all 5 frames.
Well, no, so they are all 5 frames, but they recover at different speeds.
Oh, that's what you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like they all come out at the same speed, which is basically they come out as fast as your jab, but so like the 63A and B, which are like the most rewarding, these ones are like super high in recovery. I think it's like 20 frames or something like that. And then the C ones, so 623C and 421C, they have maybe like I want to say like 16 frames of recovery, and they're slightly less reward. You do like you throw them behind you, and then you can get like an air combo, like a 2v5C into air juggle. And then the 421A and B, these recover like in like I forget if it's 7 or 9 frames. I can pull up the wiki really quick, but the reason why I like those two in particular is because they recover super fast. So you can kind of like flash them to cover an option. And then if you see that it whiffs, you can press like a button, you know what I mean? Or like move.
Yeah. Okay.
They are, I think I passed it. Yeah. They are 7 frames of recovery. So that's super
Oh
fast.
wow.
I mean, that's actually,
Oh.
that recovers faster than I think your jab does. It does. Yeah. So you can
And they
like,
have worse reward than the other ones.
they have worse reward, but the thing is that it's like they always do damage, and then let me here. I think do I still have the dummy set to do something? I don't. Okay, I can show you really quick. Oh, whoops. Okay, I'm just gonna do that, and then we will. So like, see how it just like tosses them on the ground?
Yeah.
Oh, I fucked it up. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, so like there's worse reward, but you can always get a combo afterwards if you have meter.
Okay.
So you can like run across the screen, do 2B into 236C. Or you can just take the knockdown if you don't have meter, but yeah.
Okay.
Oh. And then hold up. So these let me do the other one. Oh my god. And then that one like gives you an actual combo. That's not optimal, but that one gives you an actual combo. And then the other one, like see how it tosses them up? That's like one I never use, to be honest with you. But that's what that one looks like, basically.
Should
But
take
yeah.
1 damage.
Yeah. But I like the... Oh my god, I'm fucking up the input. I can't even input it. All right. Yeah. I'm getting destroyed by the Hisui bot. There we go.
This character's OP. Alright, yeah.
Yeah, see how it like recovers so fast, like sometimes I whiff it.
Yeah.
But but yeah, it's like it's super good. It's definitely good. And it's really good against some characters. So like I brought up using it against Kohaku in this matchup because it'll like your low parry will parry everything except for, if I had to guess, probably except for 5A. It'll parry everything else. And like for example, I'll show you this too. In like the Coma matchup, there isn't like a single button that he can press that won't get low parried if he's on the ground, which is hilarious.
Awesome.
Yeah, so like there's definitely potential for parry, like low parry in a lot of matchups. That's the one I always recommend people use because the high parry is a little bit more dubious, but yeah, like because it grabs red rather than like working the way shield does, it'll hit everything, which is very nice. So like it's like 5C for example, which will like blow up low shield. You can low parry that. Oh, I fucked up the timing. All right, I did it again. There you go. See, so just to show you what it does. But yeah, it's like if you wanted to, you could go and lab a bunch of like different character matchups and see like, okay, low parry will beat all of these options as an example. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Actually, it's also kind of a random question. Do you dash with macros or do you just like input 6-6?
I always use macro. I think there's no reason to use the 6-6 unless I will use 6-6 if I'm playing Akiha sometimes because she's negative edge, but that's it. Like on a normal character, I always just recommend you use the macro because the macro is just faster.
Yeah, I use macro on air dash, but I 6-6 on the ground for whatever reason.
Interesting.
Curious.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, whatever works for you, but I like the macro personally for movement. I think it's just easier for me.
Yeah. Also, Loki feels really good.
Yeah. All right, we can resume the set if you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Cool. Oop. Yeah, mistimed the knife toss.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you just gotta hold this, unfortunately. Nice block. Oof.
I know I could have ran under right there.
Yeah, nice JB. Oh, was that on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, barely missed space again.
Most of my inputs are my 2Cs, will look really weird.
Gotcha. Yeah, so this is something I'm gonna highlight. So like, when you see Kohaku like hover like this, a lot of times they'll like if they don't see you move right away, to try and like dash under, they'll just IED. Definitely watch for the IED because you can try and just sneak under with a dash, and then you can also like meet them in the air if they're hovering for too long. That's like the one luxury that I'll say that F-Ryougi has is that her JA is like super big. So in cases that like people are hovering in the air like up here, you can actually like hit them and then still chain into like other normals. And her JA is pretty fast for its size. So like a rising jump 9A into like a JC to like see if you combo or something like that. Like that can be good to meet people that are just like sitting anywhere like up here, not pressing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like if you notice that like Doge or anybody that's playing like Kohaku like really likes to IED here, sometimes just like pressing 5B can work, but you have to just watch for like them just waiting and pressing 2C, for example. But it's like a player tendency thing.
Yeah. I've noticed over the past month or so, I think Ryogi JA it actually might be my favorite Ryogi button. I kind of love that button. I don't know. It's a weird button to be my favorite. I don't know. I really like that button.
It's kind of grown on me, to be honest. Like I used to really say like, oh man, like this move sucks, and it's like nothing like any of the other JAs in the game, but it does have some unique strengths. Man, like My hot take is that like Ryogi's worst air normal is her JB.
No, why is that true though? No, no, no. I've said that same shit. Like I swear.
Yeah, like the JC is like actually godlike. The JA is
Yeah,
like uniquely good, but the JV is just
yeah.
like for the kind of air normal it is, like you would just wish that it was more active, but it having like the gap in the active frames and I don't know, like the changing hitbox, it actually like is problematic in ways that people don't appreciate until they play her. But that's like
Yeah,
that's like Ryogi propaganda. I'm not gonna try and radicalize too many people that are watching the stream right now. Somebody's gonna get upset watching this, I'm sure. So
I'm showing this to Snooki later, so you know, all the Ryogi. I'm ready for all this Ryogi propaganda.
Snooki plays F Scion. Like F Scion's JV is like 10 times better. If we're being real.
No, I don't even get me started on that character's air buttons. I don't even want to talk about it. We're like, oh my god. 8 frame JA, where we're good. The 8 active frames.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. But yeah, we'll keep this going. Yeah, nice jump out. Ooh, okay. Right here. Like you had the positioning, like, and you landed. You honestly could just rip 5B here, like if you see them chasing, and then they have to double jump. You know what I mean? And if they double jump, like you will probably recover the 5B in time. Or you could also like these are spots where I'm open to like seeing people experiment with parry. Where like if you do the 4-2-1 parry and like flash it against a IED, like it'll probably cover it and then recover.
I have been trying that recently.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, you could attempt. I don't know that you would have been able to dash under there because of the spacing. Yeah, I think Kohaku's a little bit too far out to dash under. But yeah, like flash parry 5B can like stuff this approach. If they're like too into just approaching this way. You could also like try and retreat again, which is what you try to do. But yeah, like this move is just fucking godlike. So
yeah, is Doge still here? Doge, you hear that? This move is god. Yeah, you hear Doge. That move is godlike, bro. That move is godlike.
Yeah,
Doge
I mean,
loves downplaying that button.
No, Kohaku. I mean, I play F Kohaku, and that move it's stupid. It does like everything. I mean, I've heard Amla go like talk about it, and I agree with a lot of the Amla takes about Kohaku. But yeah, JV is just like it's like a fucking everything button, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's like it's an approach tool. It's a air to air normal. It's crazy. I mean, it's a crazy move.
Yeah, that fat like square of red at the end of it loves to occupy where I play in the air, and it's just so annoying.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. All right, I won't harp on it for too long. We'll rewind and then see what happens afterwards. Drop. Oof. Okay.
I had no business getting hit by that.
Yeah, I mean that's just tough. There. Okay, that was just a mistimed meaty. That doesn't work there. Oh wow. Okay, that was odd. Ooh. Definitely, if you're gonna air tech here, try and double jump out if you can. That's okay though. Yeah, I think just like sometimes when you're in the corner, you're a little too. Oh, let me rewind a little bit farther. You're a little too into like staying in place and trying to like see what they do and use shield or like your buttons. Try and move more. Like that's kind of the strength of the character in my opinion, just like being able to reposition. Like in all these spots where Doge is like jumping, you can definitely like their super jump here, like dash under the super jump and force them to like ID back or like meet them in the air with a JA or like a jump back JB, things like that. Just like when you have the space, like you got to move with this character. Even if you just dash and block more normals, like that's better than being stuck in the corner. Because this like B normal range that Kohaku gets in, where like Hisui kind of is, it's just too volatile to really play that as Ryogi because you're just gonna explode against C Kohaku.
Yeah.
But like after she gets out to like 2C range, like right here, like even after this summon, there's so much more you can do. after this because she's got to move back in. So like see the super jump, run out. If she starts like run in, maybe you could parry. Given like the frame data of like the summon, it's probably like +2 here. I know it's variable, but like just like lab out the spacings and see like how plus they are, and see if you can like flash parry and then like jump JB, things like that.
Yeah, one of my bad traits here is I'm listening to everything you're saying and I will be incorporating it, but I'm like really latching onto these parry ideas because I think the parry's so sick.
Yeah,
I'm like really trying to think when I could be parrying.
no, definitely try and add it. I mean, it's something that I've been trying to add myself, and like if I ever play this matchup, actually, I probably will. Like next time I play Doge, I'm gonna try this matchup because I want to see how the parry works because I think it's cool, and that's like one of the next steps for the character like on defense. I think like if you can lab out like all the matchup specific spots to like be pressing parry, like that is a huge benefit because you have to remember like parry is unique in that it's basically like a hit grab. So even if you parry and like they have burst, they can't burst. You know what I mean? Like it works like the Satsuki combos.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really think that being able to like leverage that would be super cool. But yeah, like the easy like go-to options are just like moving, repositioning, stuff like that. Like rising J or JB in spots where like you can air to air. But yeah, like definitely test out parry. I mean, I think it has potential.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have replay files? Like, do you have replays on? Saved replays?
For when I play sets?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can send those to you sometime. They're like
Because
next to my
I
play
know
set like this.
Doge doesn't have them on, so like Doge will fight QRQ on F-Ryougi, and I want to see the VODs of that, but Doge doesn't have it on. So if you do end up
Yeah.
fighting Doge and you pick F-Ryougi, you know, if you could send those over, that'd be pretty helpful.
Yeah, or I could record the set too and just like
Oh, yeah,
upload
record,
it for both of you. You know what I mean? I could record it for both of you.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's what we're here for. You know, improve.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Sure.
can definitely do that next time we play.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. Oof. Yeah, so right here, I'm noticing Doge will like jump back and then IED immediately. Definitely like try and sneak under because this is like a good spacing to try and sneak under. And then in cases where like they just fall with a button right here, you can just try and dash guard it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do you think dashing is better than like 5 being there? If you just gonna ID at me?
Yeah, the reason why I say dash instead of like trying to move instead of trying to 5B here is because they could double jump. And if they double jump, then you're in a really shitty spot because then they could ID JC, JB, and get like a big combo. So, and it's going to happen again here. So like jump 7 from Doge, and then they're going to ID, and jump 7 ID. Yep. Oh, nice guards. Yeah. Oof. You gotta watch the overhead.
I keep misinputting. I like okay, that was bad. I don't get the 2 Bs after the JB. This isn't combo.
Ooh. Yeah, just not blocking high. I see what you mean though. Yeah, those are just like misinputs. I mean, I'm not gonna, you know.
Yeah, I just 2C twice in a row.
Correct you
like,
for that. It's
that
all
was
good.
not on purpose.
It's all right. Oh yeah, like right here, you have like the perfect spacing of just JB. I wouldn't even mind seeing like another double jump, and just like falling with JB after this instead of this. This is much better when you're closer, only because like you don't really want it to whiff. You want it to either like hit them, of course, or you want them to like have to block it. Because if they block it, like it has enough pushback when you're low enough to be pretty safe. I think it's like -5 at the lowest height. And it's gonna be pretty hard for Kohaku to like find something to hit you, or really any character, unless you're like Satsuki, to find something to hit you at that range. Like I think Satsuki can hit you with like 2C, maybe Wark with like her 5C. There's probably a couple characters, but I don't know, just something to keep in mind.
All right.
good guard. Yeah, so see, that's what I was talking about earlier, where you kind of can't react to whether the summon is the palm or the chair, you know what I mean? Because it happens so fast.
Yeah. I
So,
didn't realize it was a multi-shield. I tried to shield Rekka. I didn't realize
oh,
if
I
you don't
see.
shield counter, it's a multi-shield, so yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
It makes sense. It's twice, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So.
Oh, nice 5B there. Good shit. Little cute mix-up. Oh,
try Ryogi mixes.
Yeah. Try and route into knife pickup here instead of the Rekka right away. Because if you can get the pickup, you get an extra toss in the corner. You know what I mean? To keep plus frames.
I'm gonna leave the stream real quick because the audio is desynced. I'm gonna rejoin.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I'm back in.
Alrighty. Oh, okay. This is like just an idea for you. But when you enter max like this, sometimes what you can do instead of trying to IH right away, because like obviously you want the red health in this case, because like the values are pretty close. Instead of using it right away, you can do like fake resets with your normals and Rekka, and just keep like baiting out that you're gonna IH, and burn, like basically save the IH until like the very end if you're gonna use it. The reason I say to do that is because you can get a little bit more pressure, like a little bit more pressure resets off of like fake stuff, and in the case that they mash, you can just burst it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So like the idea is just like you want to make them think that you're going to use IH and then just like save it and then save it and then I don't know, just like extend the amount of time that you're buying, because like this is like a true reset right here, obviously. But like imagine if you just do like double Rekka and then you mash again, and like they're expecting you to do like the full thing into an IH, then like you get another chance to like use the IH cancel and buy more pressure, basically. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, cool. Nice. Oh, damn. Yeah, nice dash. I think right here on these tech situations, I'll try to always stay on the ground, because you can if they ground tech, you can cover all the options usually. So or at least get close to it. So yeah, jumping on like if they ground tech is bad, but in this case, actually, now that I'm realizing it, they could have air teched, so it was a bit of an oddball situation.
I think I was more so expecting the air attack.
Yeah. Even if they are going to air tech, though, sometimes staying on the ground is a little bit better. I think characters like Kohaku and Ryogi, because of like the way they play, being low to the ground is more ideal than like being in the air hovering. Because like, for example, if they do like a low air tech, like Doge did at the end of the round in the corner, if you're like in the air, it's going to be really hard for you to land as Ryogi, for example, because you don't have a jump in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in some cases like that, like you might just want to stay on the ground, even if they're air teching, and then just react to their tech and then reposition to try and hit them then.
Okay.
Yeah. This is another spot where you could have did like a JB instead. Yeah. Ooh.
That was a whiff error, or not whiff. That was a misinput.
All good. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, a lot of these overheads, just got to be ready for them. Doge really likes to use that to try and close out the round.
I'm gonna defend myself. Okay, so I always get hit when the cactus gets thrown at me because I can never remember if if you have to block it low or if it's a mid. And I know when things are like lows, generally there aren't setups where you can like overhead and you have to block low. Like there's no like, I feel like unblockable setups are rare. So in my head I get confused and think that I can't get overheaded. That's why I eat so many overheads, specifically when the cactus is out, because like Now I know. Now I fully understand the cactus. But in this is something that made me realize the cactus because I kept getting hit with overhead. So I asked Doge like, bro, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah, no, it's okay.
That's why I get hit a lot.
So when they toss out the cactus, the very first hit of the cactus, like when it's like landing on the ground and like landing on your head, it's an overhead, and then after that, it's all mids. So
that's
like,
why it confuses me.
yeah. So what'll happen is like, or like the setup that they do is like they'll whiff 5A and then toss the cactus, and it'll hit you in the head, and then they'll immediately 4B, and like that's like pretty fast. Like you gotta block it really quick, like high low, but there's no like mix up there. You know what I mean? Like it's just that's always like a canned thing. So but yeah, I understand why it's confusing, but that's just like a like a knowledge check kind of thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, cool. Yeah, I definitely think a little less of the TK Moonslash in these spots. Also, this is definitely fake. Like if you block this overhead, or the 236 that Kohaku does here, you can definitely punish this like and just mash, or even like just dash in because it's pretty minus. I don't know.
Even if she doesn't do the roll.
Yeah, if she goes into the roll, she's like this is green. But let's see. So like for example, if you block like the normal version there, it's minus 13. And then the roll, okay. I don't know how long the roll is, but you can hit her during the roll. So yeah, just to leave that out there. Same with like, even if they do it spaced out, and like I noticed that Doge will like do spaced out overhead into cactus. Like if you're at the right spacing, you can hit them. And if you can't hit them at that spacing, I think 22C will actually punish the cactus summon because cactus is pretty slow. Yeah, there's like 38-ish frames of recovery, so you can do 22C and that'll get you a punish. And then obviously like on hit, the cactus goes away. So you can like
really?
Yep. If you hit them, the cactus disappears. The only plants that don't disappear on hit are 22B, so like the spinning one. And then I think Johnny and the one that nobody uses, the poison plant, also stay even if they get hit. But these are like way higher in startup. That's like the reason. It's like cactus is pretty quick, and then I don't even know what the fuck this is. It's like a little tree. This goes away on hit as well.
I don't know. Yeah, a little tree.
Yeah. But yeah, like 22C is probably a real punish there because this is like it's frame 7. So if they do the cactus, like you see the flash, you can probably just 22C after you block the overhead, and like if they do use the cactus, you can just get a punish there.
All right.
Yeah, just something to keep in mind. Given the spacing, I mean, again, like if they like roll or something like that, you can just mash too, or run up, whatever you want to do. There's a couple options there. Rekka might work as well, because Rekka's like frame 10. So.
All right.
Oof. Yeah, a little slow in the match there. You could have got that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, damn. Just rewinding it really quick. Let's see. Yeah, so definitely like after some of these 2Cs, like you definitely can try and just jump out. You can actually air guard the chair assist as well. Just keep that in mind. The palm you can't, but the chair assist you can. Yes, like after that 2C, especially because you X guarded it, definitely just like jump and then double jump out. Or super double jump out.
I didn't want to jump because I feel like if I jump, I would just be like directly over him. I didn't really want to be there, but
yeah, I mean, as long as you air guard, like there's not really a good way for. I mean, she might keep you in the corner, but like it gives you a little bit more space. And what can happen, like something, if you watch like some of the really good players play, somebody who's like really good at doing this is Skeleton. She will like only do like a single jump in the corner, and you'll see like a lot of people try and chase in the air, and then it like gives her the time to like fall and then reposition after like this person's up here, and then like they'll be the person above you. You know what I mean? And being that you're Ryogi, like you can dash under and stuff like that. So you want to try and like, you need to jump sometimes to like bait out them air to airing you. That way you can create more escapes. You know what I mean? Like if you're too stationary in the corner, like just too passive on defense, like it gives them too many opportunities, like keep running in, like IDing, dash 2C, etc. Doge says low key poison plant is the best plant. Not too much on Johnny though. Oh, Johnny's a goat. I fucking spam Johnny when I play F Kohaku. I think that plant is so cheap. But that's just my opinion. But yeah. I'll rewind one more time. This is kind of what I meant. So like after the air tech, or like after you hit them and didn't get a combo, like they have to air tech. If you just stand in place, like it being that you didn't get a combo, you can better react to them air teching and then like try and pin their landing. You know what I mean? Rather than because like you dash really really fast here, like you probably weren't able to react in that time, and then you like ran right into the JC. So like in a case where like if you stood over here and just watched them fall with the JC, you could have pinned them after they landed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes like just being patient on the tech situations can really help you out. And being that like Ryogi's so fast, she closes the distance really quick. So like something I like to do is like I'll wait and then they'll land, and if they try to like jump again, like especially like F Moon players will just spam jump because there's no recovery. You can just like dash 5B and it'll catch like 90% of people. Just not blocking.
All right.
Oof. Snuck over there, nice. Oh, damn.
That was a mistake, but that was supposed to be like a grab, I assume.
Yeah.
ID throw.
Also drop though. Works out. Oh,
That
no.
was-
Okay. Yeah, that was silly. Yeah, just letting them sneak in a little bit too much here. Oh man. Yeah,
Okay,
that
this
was
is some
greedy.
this is some droid central. Yeah, that is-
something I'm gonna say actually. When Kohaku is like really really far out like this, and like you think they're just gonna dash in, so like in this case, like you what I'm about to tell you is not gonna be good advice because this would hit you. But if you're like at this spacing and you think like Kohaku is about to dash in, or ID in, for example, pressing 5C here is like pretty good, because it's required that like if she wants to try and like hit you out of the 5C, she has to either be like way above air dash height and like be able to JC you, or she has to dash 2C to get under the 5C. And like what that can do is like it'll make it so like if they whiff the 2C trying to punish the 5C, you can like ID in or like whiff punish it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like some preemptive 5Cs can be really good in this matchup, just as like a deterrent to stuff approaches. And it also, something else to keep in mind too is that if they're not trying to approach you with like Kohaku and they're trying to use the summon, like as the summon is running at you, or the assist, whatever you want to call it, the 5C will swat the assist and like stop it from doing whatever it's gonna do. You know what I mean? So that's like a good proactive way when you're like really far away and you don't have like the knife, or if you don't want to burn the knife, to like still apply some pressure to Kohaku and like make it harder for her to just run at you. Because there was like 2 or 3 instances where those basically just like full sent it at you and you didn't press anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I will say, like I like some of the stuff you're doing. Like in this matchup, doing just like ID back JB is good because Kohaku has a tall dash. So like it will clip her. But
Yeah.
you just I mean mixing in 5C as well, or like some preemptive 2Bs as well, is like pretty good. Just pretty good too. So just things to keep in mind. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit more, and then we'll play it back out. Oh, my bad. Yes, like right there, like 2C, 5B.
I don't know what I was expecting. I
Okay.
don't know why I didn't press anything.
Yeah.
It's like the worst 10 seconds of Ryogi ever played. I don't know what to stop.
It's all good. Oh yeah, so like right there, this is like exactly what you watch, what you want to watch for. It's like air tech and then double jump. This is like the perfect spot to dash under, because all they can, even if they ID back, like you're gonna be able to sneak past them with the dash because it's so fast. You know what I mean? I don't know if this 5B was on purpose or not, but yeah,
I think I meant to dash 5B and I didn't get the 6-6 out.
Yeah. Yeah, in that case, like that's a spot where maybe using the macro could be beneficial.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
A nice
Probably
block.
grabbed something.
Yeah, and then there's the overhead.
Okay.
They're doing the overhead like every time to end these rounds.
They said they see I'm free to it, so they started spamming it. Cause I remember bringing that up, like, bro, this overhead is killing me.
Yeah. Nice. This is like a small nitpick, but when you hit this, hold on, let me rewind. When you hit the shield counter in the corner, you can you can dash under and then take the corner.
I've been doing that
that'll help you
recently.
out. Yeah, just a little thing to keep in mind.
2A 5B TK.
Yeah, and see that time you try to double shield and then it
yeah.
definitely just try and not shield that. Ooh.
Yeah, that was obviously missed a foot. Barre 2C.
Yeah, so like after that 5cc, whiff, and then parry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it'll catch everything there. Oh man. Nice.
I'm on the air shield.
All good. Damn, again?
I know. Again.
It's all good.
It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, you can press it a lot earlier after the ground throw.
I'm pretty good at it. I don't know why I was whiffing it so bad here. Drop right here.
Yeah, I remember that actually when I watched earlier. Parry there might be interesting. Just remember that if you don't parry Kohaku when she's close to you, you might still be minus.
All right.
Oh man, yeah, I mean that's fucking cheap.
Yeah, I only learned how the roll mix works recently. It's like how it depends on like how you delay the 2C. Is like if you can roll like mix or not.
Yeah.
Or mid combo.
All right, I think that was the set. So
I mean, do end up winning games in this set. I just wanted to send the videos where I get shit on.
Yeah, no, I mean that's probably the best ones to watch because I mean ultimately like that's where you're gonna learn the most is where you're losing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean what I would say is just like I mean most of the stuff that I brought up as far as like trying parry on defense, something I didn't mention, but like EX guarding a lot of the C normals will really help too to really push Kohaku out. And then, they have to use the assists more to try and continue pressure. That's the kind of stuff you want to like force. You really want to force Kohaku to like play at a really far spacing outside of like the B normal spacing because that's the spacing that you can actually like press buttons at and like air to air move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like being a little bit more proactive on defense, like not so much like ripping shield or pressing buttons. I mean, outside of that, like the neutral stuff, it's pretty hard because like a lot of it is just like playing preemptively and moving a lot around Kohaku. But like her normals are better than yours, so you really have to just be like on your shit with pressing like early 2Bs, 5Cs, and like spotting when they whiff. You know what I mean? Or like baiting out bad presses from them. And like some of the knife toss stuff you were doing, was good too, but you can't like over rely on it.
The EX guard thing, I'm actually not bad at EX guarding because I've been playing a lot with Snooki recently, and like and like against the F-San pressure, I've been like really training the EX guards. Yeah. Even so, like, Snooki itself has said they've gotten like pretty good, so I'm like not too bad at it. I don't know why sometimes. I think I got so tunnel vision on practicing EX guarding against Scion, I kind of forgot to do it against other characters. but
Yeah,
usually I am EX guarding.
I get it. I mean, to be honest, like some characters are easier to EX guard for me than others. I know,
Yeah.
just like I don't know, some characters like I have a lot of trouble EX guarding, so I understand it. But just something else to keep in mind because EX guard is good regardless of the matchup. Like it's such a luxury to have as a F or C moon. So definitely try and add it where you can, especially against the key normals like 2C and 5C when Kohaku presses those, or like when they use like the assist. If you could EX guard like the chair assist, things like that, like that's gonna make a big difference for like giving you more time to like escape the corner and make everything like a little less plus.
Sure.
Did you have any other like specific questions or like thoughts about the set?
I mean, I was asking a lot of questions as I'd see them in the VOD and it'd make me think, but like right now, I mean, I guess not really. Not at the top of my head.
Yeah. All right. I mean that's fine. I mean, if you have more questions, you could always message me about some of the stuff. I think because this actually went by pretty quick, I might play some sets. I mean, Doge, if you Doge, if you're open to playing, I could play a set with you now. I don't know if you're still in the chat, but that might be like helpful. Just a stream set, just so you have like a recorded set to watch, and like you both can see more of like the matchup. Not that I've like played a ton of this matchup anyways, because C-Maids is not a popular character, but I could just like, I don't know, test some things out, and then you guys might both have some new ideas.
Doge said this in the chat. I assume you haven't, but did you watch like the last TNS?
I did not. No, or I did not. I entered the last TNS, so I didn't see the set.
Okay, that makes sense.
I wasn't. I was
we
playing.
were the first stream games.
Okay, I could watch that really quick if you guys want me to do that. I mean, that's just the first
round. Spoilers.
Oh damn! Nice.
We were in VC like talking to each other while it was happening. It was pretty funny. But we were still trying, obviously.
Yeah, of course. That's pretty cool. Some mid-set banter. What TNS was it? 5? How many TNSs have there been? I actually don't even know. 4. It might be 4.
Been 2 I've been playing.
Because him is fast on the ground.
Turn this down a little bit. It is. Oh, what is this one? Okay. Yeah, we can watch this really quick if you want to do that.
All right.
Yeah. Why not? Just as another set. Is this a more recent set, or is that one that we just watched more recent?
The one I sent you, when I sent it to you, it was 8 days old because I spent a lot of time. Like I was playing a lot of sets trying to get a good VOD. I think this was before that.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I'll. I mean, we can watch this and see if there's like any other things to pull from it, or like things I see that you could maybe improve on. And being that this is like a more serious set, I imagine you guys are, trying to like outplay each other a little bit more. I know that like in friendlies sometimes, like I know for myself, like sometimes I just do stuff because I'm playing a little mindlessly. Not saying that you guys are playing that way, but I know for myself, like I do that. But like you're a little more locked in for brackets, so yeah, we can go over this.
I mean, when we're playing casuals, we're in a chain VC with like 7 people, so
yeah, definitely. Okay, is it gonna be? Yeah, I was gonna say, is this gonna be Hisui? Because I was not.
He plays Hisui until the final round is when he brings out Kohaku.
Okay, interesting. I might go to the last round only because I did not prepare anything for this Hisui matchup. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's chill.
Alrighty. Yeah, I might not. I don't know. I like prepared for like specifically the Kohaku because I knew that was like what was in the set you were watching. Is it only the last round or is it like the last game? You mean?
It's the last round.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's why he closes it out. The final round of the whole set, and he pulls out the Kohaku, and I'm like,
well, you know what? This is only 5 minutes long, so we could just watch the whole thing. That's fine. Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
It looks like we're starting with the Hisui here, immediately getting in with the pressure, and it's going to be a big hit. Now this hit could just spiral out of control. This Hisui corner set is serious. We're going to see a plant set, and this is going to be the strike throw setup.
Oof. Yeah, that's cheap. Yeah.
It's insured. It does more.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that wasn't a bad match there. I actually wonder, with some of these setups too, man, I'm gonna like feed you a bunch of parry propaganda. You might you might be able to mash and then do parry against like the plant set, and like parry it. I know that works in some cases. Although, you know what? Actually, that's a H-Ryougi thing, because the problem with doing parry against the tree is that if you do like the 623 parries, which you actually get combos after, you can get hit by the plant afterwards. But F-Ryougi has like this thing where she can actually cancel into her 421 parries, and F-Ryougi can't for whatever reason. So never mind. Don't use the 60. Yeah, never mind. Don't listen to what I just said. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Doge says, you're always around to play. We can play sometime during this week. Tired from multi today. All right, that's fine. No problem, Doge. We'll keep this going. Sorry.
And there's like 3 separate throw points. Yep. So in exchange for losing some neutral tools like the pots and certain other tools like Molotovs and the command grab for Kohaki, you just get this really oppressive corner game. Yeah, huge.
Nice.
Shield. Yeah, you gotta OS that. That's a very known shield point.
If you up back, if you watched Combo Breaker, I mean, Pinbooks the Wizard was on point with those.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that was smart. That was smart. I really like this, like checking with that JA, just like checking the space, and then the dash 5B here was really good.
All right, big 236 ender. Not a ton of damage, but that was a decent like air tech situation for GBM. Didn't capitalize on it, and now we're just back to playing footsies.
Yeah, right here.
Like air tech situation.
This is what I was talking about. It's like you did this in the last set too. After you land, after like getting out of the corner, like escaping the corner spacing, sometimes it's better to just wait and watch and see what they do. So like in this case, like they ID right at you, and like you run in like as like a default. But if you just like stood here and like waited a couple more seconds, you probably could have realized that you could just rip 5B here. A lot of it is just like being patient and like letting the spacing develop itself, or like and let like your opponent come to you, and then pressing where you know they will be flying right at it.
Didn't capitalize on it, and now we're just back to playing footsies.
Yeah, I like that. Just let
Oh yeah, sneaking over the knife toss there.
like, I'm out of here.
Air dash over the knife is crazy, bro. He does not care. Okay, we're gonna see OTG
Bento.
into a knockdown here with the dust.
No.
Another set. Hold that.
Oof.
Delay overhead.
I don't know. That grab was. Yeah.
It's all good. Yeah, I mean sometimes in these cases, like against a character like this, you want to just eat the grab
We're gonna set
because it's only gonna do so much damage.
Biting on the throw bait right there, but you still gotta hold this pressure there after the bento. And
That grab before the plant is just.
throw point right there.
I get hit by
I hate that. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, there's not a lot you could do there.
It's absurd because there's just so much you have to keep track of. Like I forget which character they are until they start playing normal.
That's why like you really need
Yeah, and like that's
to just like eat the throws, and then when they start going into their normals, like definitely try and EX guard as much as you can.
in which they're more well-rounded, more stable, but you get to amp the mental stack on offense in such a unique way.
Yeah. And plus,
Nice.
I mean,
Oh, that's gonna drop. Yeah.
the position of the other
In these spots, just like as a small correction, if you see that they're standing and they're like really far away, and you're not gonna be able to get the Rekka, go into 214A. That'll
214A.
yeah. That's like a. I mean, to be honest with you, at like max 5C range, even 214A will drop, unfortunately. And like maybe you could just like do 236C, but yeah, try 214A here. Because even like 236B will just drop. Yeah, that's what happens.
back of the position of the other character. It doesn't matter as much as like Kohan mech, but it does come into play with like 214 and neutral, etc. But yeah, Ido just finding the hits, which is impressive.
Oof,
Definitely
yeah,
like
got lucky there.
massive
Nice.
normals. There's a massive normal there. Gonna connect the 2A into an OTG pickup into the corner.
Yeah, I like the 214C to escape the corner too. It's not like a pure reversal, but just the displacement will get you out of a lot of situations just like that.
Weirdly hard to punish.
A nice throw.
That one too. Really sneaky Rekka, okay.
I love the half court run up throw.
Uh oh.
Oh, but Hisui balling the whole other way. Hisui ball is coming for you.
Ooh, okay.
Tekken to JA.
I'm surprised that that dropped.
Yeah, the J. I mean, fun with the J. I feel like it's crazy work, but
Yeah, you can tell these players play a ton. Yep.
Yeah, like right here, I'm gonna say after you get hit, like you did this in the other set too. You do this back tech, and like the back tech is good here. That's the tech that you probably want to do if you're not teching low to the ground. But try and super double jump out, just so like even if you get pinned again, like you'd much rather be getting pinned out here than in the corner. You know what I mean?
Tell these players
yeah, for sure.
fat table to the forehead. It's gonna be a decent amount of damage, which is unique because this character doesn't really get great damage to Hisui.
Yeah, but I mean, off of JC's start.
Oh, nice. Yeah, good ID back.
Or anything like that. Ryogi, on the other hand, she's gonna get a good chunk here. Not gonna be her highest damage.
Not falling for that air dash.
Yeah, Doug knows better. Just like he's got the lead, stay patient burst soon if you really, really need
Oh yeah,
Stay
it's like
patient.
right here.
You're getting towards the
This is what a little bit of what I was talking about earlier. You like jump a little early. If you just wait a second longer, you can react to them
You're getting towards the max. You got
like air dashing at you. So like you want to watch and see what they do. So like they double jump,
Yeah.
and then like seeing this double jump, like you can react to the air dash up here, and then like if they even if they retreat, so like their air dash back, you can go and pin them. But like since you already jumped, like now you have to land, and then you're kind of like minus. Like you probably can't press 5B here because of how fast she's gonna come in.
Yeah.
really, really need it.
I know. I just. I've
Oh,
been
damn.
a lot more patient lately with the heats and reversals because people used to give them a lot of shit for it.
Yeah, they call it the IDO.
Yeah, I know cheat. Yeah.
The wake up, the worst heats you ever seen. He told me himself when I was like, "What is an IDO-G?" He said it's just the worst heat.
Yeah, that is just you can't do anything. After Earth 3, you can't do anything about dust.
Yeah.
That's just the sad reality of them. Oh yeah, see like right there, that was a good dash under after that super jump.
Really good placement on that JC. Probably gotta watch some toes though. We're gonna see an OTG here. Now we're gonna go for a left right.
Oh, just barely dropped the combo.
No conversion and needed to convert that. We're gonna burst on out and now it's honestly either player's game. 14 seconds, equal life lead.
You give him too much space, the heat can come out.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna rewind one more time because this is kind of the same thing I was talking about just a little bit ago.
Burst on out and now
Or like you get this spacing, and like this is kind of where you want to be, because any like approach that she can do, like if you preempt 5C here, like it's low enough in recovery where it's probably not going to get punished unless they like full send, jump into like air dash like from way up here.
honestly,
So instead of like IDing here, if you just play that spacing again and just watch what they do, like this super jump, like you can react to it and then like jump back, jump B, or like dash under, etc. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Try-
I think playing patient
Yeah.
is big.
I think just play a little bit more like reactively is what I would say. Because like you have the movement on this character to like really just react and the reposition. I think that's like one of her big strengths. So yeah, like not just like forcing your way back in to like try and get the hit. And like just play like I mean, in this case, like you 14 seconds, like the health is pretty close. All you need is one hit, or like a little bit of chip damage, and that'll like put you back in the lead. So
Yeah.
just hold like the little bit of advantage you have, because Hisui can't just like run right in at you because your normals are a lot bigger than hers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
honestly, either player's game. 14 seconds, equal life lead.
You give him
Yeah. And one other thing too is when you hit these JAs, because this has happened a couple times, just always buffer jump C, like as a default.
Yeah. I remember this happening against Ore at fucking CB, and you said the same thing. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want to buffer the JC because you'll always get the combo there if they're like right above you.
So I should
Um,
always buffer the JC there.
Yeah, I don't recommend buffering the JB because if they're like too high up, the JB might like whiff. You know what I mean? Like you might get one hit and then the second hit will whiff. So
Yeah.
I always say just buffer JC and then watch what happens basically after that.
Game, 14
So I should if I press JA, this JC should follow.
Yeah, and like in those air chase situations, definitely.
Okay.
I really like the choice to step back right there and then dash right back in. You can almost see the moment where Doge thought about going for
flinch?
heat, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I might, and then GBM just smelled the blood and water, pulled up, sniped that before anything could happen.
Yeah, so like okay, I'm gonna bring this up a couple times because I think it's important. But like after you land here, so like you're at disadvantage. So like you just want to wait and watch and see what Hisui does. So like okay, you land and you jump immediately. But if you just stood here, you would have seen that like she's way up here now because she double jumped, and then you can react and just wait for them to fall. You know what I mean? Then you could dash under. But because like
It's
you
so
try to hit her
true.
right away. What's up?
I said it's so true.
Yeah, like sometimes it's just as simple as like being patient. Like I understand what you're trying to do. Like you want to like get her out out and away from you, so you're not like being pushed back into the corner. But like in this case, like you actually put yourself there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Okay. I think that's gonna be really helpful.
Yeah, definitely. Like a lot of it's kind of hard to explain, but like it really is just like letting your opponent put themselves in a spot for you to take advantage of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it gets really hard. Like Hisui's like a hard character to do that against, and same with like Kohaku and like all the other good characters. But if you like really take your time and like play that way, you'll find that like, you know, like low and like mid-level play, this like that stuff is what's going to get you like the farthest. And then after that, like starting like play preemptively and like letting this stuff swing and stuff like that, that's when that's more important in my opinion. But like right now, you should just play reactive because a lot of people will just like make mistakes that like you'll be playing a lot like in these pools and whatnot in brackets. So that's like a key thing to improve on, I would say.
I've seen you just type that in like blue core before, where it's like it's all about like letting your opponents make mistakes and capitalizing on that. I've seen you say that before.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's like one of the things I focus on the most when I started playing this game, and I think Ryougi's like a good character to do that with because she's so fast, and like you can just like dash under, like air dash over people really quickly to like get in a new spot so that you can like refresh the neutral and like get a new situation going. But like if you aren't playing patient enough, and I have this problem too, like where I play overly active, like I have like sets against like Council and stuff like that or Alk, like people I struggle against where like I'm always trying to do something. Sometimes just like taking the time and waiting is what you need to like find that opening. So
yeah,
just we'll keep that in mind. But I'm gonna rewind and then we'll keep it going.
They're like, oh, I might, and then GBM just smelled the blood and water, pulled up, sniped that before anything could happen.
This character's so good at just exploiting you standing in neutral.
Yeah.
Which, like, I've always harped on that. You don't really get hit standing in this game too often because everybody's flying all over the place. But this character will hit you for standing, 100%.
Yep. I kind of call her Hime at home.
Nice stick through. Oh yeah, you got it that time. Nice meaty.
Belligerent VP that are like the crazy anti-airs, but in exchange, you get Hime-like buttons with great speed.
Yeah.
Like instead of having to pull up,
I was actually gonna say like you can expect dust there. There's not a lot you can do about it, unfortunately. Oh, nice. Whoa. That was crazy. Cool though.
I love that moon slash.
Yeah, nice JB. See, that's what I was talking about. It's like before in the other set, you were doing like this jump here, and then you were doing the moon slash. The JB is so much better. See what I mean? Like you stuff this right away, and like even though it's blocked, you maintain that positioning. And like right here, what I'm gonna say again is like after they block it, just sit still. I'm telling you, like sit still and let them move, and then you'll see like oh like they moved or like they're eyeing here. Like if they're eyeing up here, then you dash. You know what I mean? You wanna
for sure.
You wanna just wait.
100%.
Yeah, I mean that was a really painful drop. Notice they immediately switched to Kohaku right after that.
Oof. Okay, that was a little funky. You were just facing the wrong way.
Yeah, fucking turn around.
Yeah, that was not your fault. I hate when that happens. This is Melty Blood though. Oh, nice shield. But swapping that with parry. Hey, you know, we talked about that. Yep. I'm glad I checked that before the set because I was like, you know, this might actually work. Oh. The overhead thing. Yeah, and then overhead. Yeah, see, this is the Doge classic I'm finding is that we'll do like a plant and then always overhead. So
yeah,
we'll definitely just keep that in mind whenever you play them again, or if you play them in a bracket, you know.
I remember right here his last game last year. I remember saying to Doge and VC like, "Oh, we're giving them a game on TNS right now."
Definitely.
As close as it could possibly be.
Yep. Oof.
I don't know. I think I was trying to.
Oh, nice confirm though. Yeah. Oh, okay, that was a good dash under, but the assist is too cheap. No, the stand shield.
It's my wake of shield tendency. Oh, it's.
Yeah. Gotta delete that. Oh, there's still a chance. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That was a good set though. Here, I'm gonna rewind just a little bit. Yeah, this is like the right idea here, I think. And I guess like you have to keep in mind that she can do this, where she can do the summon. Oh, that's so cheap. I mean, in this spot, like sometimes you might just have to guard, and this is probably plus too after she lands. But
it was like a really bad 2-way anyways, but
it's all right. Yeah, but definitely, I mean, it seems like just panic shields in this case, but
I went for a gamble. Yeah. I have a reputation of being a wake up shielder. It's
okay.
really bad.
I will say, I think QRQL, she also has a similar tendency. So like wake up bunker. But
I remember you saying that Ryogi's about reducing risk, and all I was thinking is how I'm known as the wake up shield guy in Chain. Because it's a lot toned down now, but I used to wake up stand shield all the time.
yeah, definitely.
It's
Yeah, just like play a little bit more. I guess passive and reactive. You know what I mean? Like just let
yeah,
things
for
develop.
sure.
But like I mean, outside of that, like I think you're playing pretty well, and like you have some of the situations down pretty good, and like your pressure seems pretty good. So just like adding a couple things on defense, and like again, like just watching in neutral more rather than like doing. That's gonna help you out a lot. But those are the key things. I think that translated between both sets. So
Yeah.
cool. We had some some streamlined things there, and it's nice that even against the Hisui stuff, like a lot of the same things applied. So sweet.
For sure.
All right. Did you? I guess like after that, did you have anything else you wanted to add, or that was kind of that's kind of what we got.
From that like situation, I mean, not really question. It's crazy how many times you're like, all right, so if you just stood here, you'd be fine, and it's true every time. You said that like 7 or 8 times. And it's just literally
Yeah.
true.
Sometimes I think that's what's nice about going back into the sets is that you can find like if you lab out a situation or just like try and catch every single specific instance where something is repeating over a set and just like see like, oh, like if I did this one thing a little bit differently, it might have played out completely different, you know? That's what these are for. So like I don't always like to like rewind constantly on people, especially if it's like the same thing over and over again. But it can be helpful to like reinforce the idea that like this would make a huge difference. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I'm here to learn. Like, do whatever you got to do. You know.
I got you.
Uh,
But yeah, I mean, I think this went pretty well. This was fun. I hope you
yeah.
had fun too. I mean, it's a learning experience for everybody. I learned some things today, like labbing some of the stuff out for that matchup. So I'm definitely going to be testing the parry against the rebeats and whatnot. So that's cool.
Unfortunately, Doge was here to witness this, so he heard some of the counterplay, but it's okay.
No, I mean, the nice part is that, I mean, even if you know the counterplay, sometimes it's about breaking your muscle memory. You know what I mean? Like some of those strings might actually just be like really ingrained for Doge. I know I have that problem in like some of the characters that I play, so making those adjustments can be pretty hard. And I mean, parry in those spots for what it's worth is pretty cheap. So you might be able to flash it and still not get punished because the punish window is pretty tight. Like what do we say? So it's active frame 5, so it'll like catch basically anything that's pressed after like +2 at like a farther spacing. It's active for 9 frames, and then they have like 7 frames to punish it, and then you can block, which is that's a pretty tight window. So you'll probably be okay using it in those little gaps. And then, like I said, like the idea is not to always use parry or like always do one given thing. It's just about like you add that to the rotation, and then being able to like parry there will make it so that you could like mash 2B or like wake up wrecker or double jump out, things like that. So it's just about adding like more layers to your defense. That way, you have more. Your opponent has more things to guess between. It's gonna make it a lot harder for Doge and whoever else you play. You know what I mean?
For sure. Like some general questions. Just what do you think is Ryogi's like best button?
What do I think her best button is?
Yeah.
Oh man. Man, I don't know.
I would think it'd be like 2B.
It's probably 2B. I mean, that button's really good. Let me look at them. I mean, 2B, I think 5C is like pretty solid, but it's not always the best. It's hard to convert off of. It's probably it's probably 2B.
2B goes really well with the dash too.
Yeah, with the dash, like you catch people low. I think the knife is really useful. It's probably like it probably is 2B, to be honest with you. And then after that, like everything else is kind of like, not that everything else is bad, obviously. I'm not going to say that. But everything else like works because of the way the character functions. You know what I mean? Like I think her true best thing is her movement. Like the air dash and the and the dash are like incredibly unique in this game. there's not a lot of characters that are nearly as fast as her. And it being like a step dash is actually, it has some advantages, even though she can't block right away. So yeah, that's what I would say. I mean, 2B is probably her best button, but it's hard to pinpoint because obviously everything is situational in a fighting game.
And also, what do you think of her 2A?
I think it's good. I mean, to be honest with you, that I know that's like kind of a, maybe it's not a hot take, but it's a good Abare tool. Like having a 6-frame 2A that reaches FR is unique. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I will say is that it should have been disjointed. Like the shit that Hime got. Well, Hime's is arguably worse because it's not. It's frame 7, but like Hime has a disjointed 2A. I don't know if you know this, but like Seifuku has a disjointed 2A, and hers is also like 6 frames. Oh wait, no. Hers is not disjointed. Her 5A is, and it's 5 frames. Holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love this character. Yeah, this is crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, other characters have like similar things that are kind of better, to be honest with you. But I still think it's a good normal, and it's like an important normal. But yeah,
All right,
that's
fair enough.
that's kind of what I think about it. I guess it's a good button. It's a good button on defense, and it helps you in like throw tech situations where like that'll beat out a lot of other options after throw tech. So I fuck with it.
And R actually told me that you did this to it, but what do you think of like the parry? Like, if someone shields you, what do you think of parrying their shield counter? Do you think that's like consistent?
You have to read it out. So like what I would say is, again, oh, thank you, Fox, for the raid. I really appreciate it. If you are reacting to a shield counter, I think you should always just up back it, because Ryogi's JB is really good low to the ground, and if you air guard it high enough and like react fast enough, you can actually just JB and punish a lot of shield counters. But the parry,
really?
yeah, the parry is like, I mean, I imagine that if you're trying to parry after a shield counter, you would have to be buffering it like without even reacting. Like I don't know if you can. I don't know if you have enough time to really like react and parry. You know what I mean? Like that's a tough input to throw in there. I mean, something that like I tried to do for a while was I would do like, I was lapping out strings against H-Moons to try and react to their bunker, like the H-Moon bunker, and parry that. And it's like impossible. Like you just have to preempt it. So that's kind of why like I've commented on H-Ryogi before. Like H-Ryogi, I'll bring up the frame data actually. So she has the 4-2-1 parry the way that F-Ryogi does, but she can actually cancel into it. So like F-Ryogi, if you press any of her grounded normals and you try to do the 4-2-1 parries, you won't cancel into it. You'll usually like, it'll miss input into 214X, whatever button you press, which is obviously not what you want. But
yeah,
did I pick? Oh wait, I picked the same moon. Hold on, H-Ryogi. H-Ryogi has the 4-2-1 parry, and hers is slightly more recovery, but she can cancel into it. And it's only 2 extra frames of recovery as opposed to F-Ryogi's. And you can like basically use this as like a repeat tool. So like you can do like 5C into parry and then do another normal afterwards, while F-Ryogi can't. You know what I mean? Which is pretty useful against like bunker, like H-Moon bunker, and like some other weird like reversal options. So something to, I don't know, little disadvantage that F-Ryogi has, even though she's the parry moon. I don't know why they did that, but it's what they chose, I guess.
I've been saying H-Ryogi's top 5.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not, but she might have some potential. I mean, she's just really hard. Like her combos are all super hard, and her neutral is like actually pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Like she has some good normals, but her JB, like we were talking about F-Ryogi's JB earlier, like the H-Ryogi JB is like actually one of the worst air normals in the game. It's so bad because you don't have the follow up, so it's only one swing.
Yeah, but you don't get the double hit counter. You can combo off it in the air.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, it's still only 2 frames active. Like to me,
I mean,
like
2 frames is crazy.
Yeah, 2 frames is crazy. Like if you ask me, like active frames are always king in this game. Like especially with air normals. Like when you think of like the best air normals, you think of like Wara JB, Narrow JB, like C-Arc JC, like all those moves are like crazy active. F-Tono JB and JC, like those moves are insane. You brought up earlier, like against Snooki, they're like JA having active frames.
8
like
frames.
yeah, like I mean, moves like that are actually extremely good. But I don't know. I mean, only having 2 active frames, like you have to be a fucking surgeon to land that against anybody. So, and then also like having to like manually input the upwards JB, like it's just tough. Like there's an extra layer to playing the air situations with her that like F-Ryougi kind of does automatically. So I don't know. But I mean, yeah, like F-Ryougi might have potential, but she still has a plethora of other struggles that, you know, like other characters do not have. So I don't know. Hard to say. I mean, if we go off of like N2L, like you should actually, I'll tell you what, you should actually go and watch like some of N2L's footage, or like maybe like some old Monarch and Rusha VODs.
I haven't even heard these players.
Yeah, like they're all great F-Ryougi players. Monarch is actually, he's like a top Grand Blue and what's it called? Blaze Blue player. They win like a bunch of stuff, so very good player. They don't play this game that often, but their F-Ryougi is definitely real. They have like a good sense of neutral and stuff like that. So I think watching like the other Ryougi players is always helpful because there's things that kind of translate between all of them. Ryougi's like a little bit more of an oddball compared to the other two, but I don't know. Like,
yeah, I've watched some Riv gameplay before.
Yeah,
I was going through a Yogi phase.
Riv is definitely a bit of a psycho, but he's very good.
Yeah, he plays like he has a bomb strapped to his chest.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, it's a playstyle that works for them, and you know, they do very well in Under Night as well. So there's a lot of, I mean, sometimes like I'm the kind of person like I love watching VODs of like any character. I do it all the time. So I always recommend like just to like learn, even if it's like not a character that you play or see a lot, like you can learn things from all different types of players. And there's years of good Japanese players and like even like old North American players playing some of these characters that are common or uncommon. So, but yeah, definitely check out N2L. N2L is like, oh, and you know what? Let me bring up the video. I'll send you that video of N2L. He's the guy that found like the unblockable setup that I was telling you about with F-Ryougi last arc. Yeah, so definitely something else to keep in mind. Let me bring that up for you, and I'll send that to you.
My thing with like watching VODs is I don't like watching like old VODs because I just assume that like the skill greatly increases as the years go by. So like I kind of avoid older VODs, but I don't know if that's like even a good thing to do.
I mean, I don't think it's really true. Like it's kind of true for North America. Like I think that now more than ever, like the North American scene is at like a higher level, but there have been very good North American players. And like what I would say too is that if you go back and watch like the best players from like the NBAA era, I know that's like a different version of the game, but they all have like an incredibly good foundation on like how to play neutral and stuff like that, and you can learn a lot from them, even though the game like actually on like a like move to move basis and whatnot, like for all the characters is different. There's a lot you can learn from all of those players, and there's tons of like old Japanese footage in the arcades. I mean, from like 10 plus years ago, that's really good. I mean, I even say like if you want to look at the F-Ryougi wiki, like there's a bunch of good F-Ryougi players from I don't know, like 10 years ago that were super good, and they have like very by the book gameplay, like nothing like super flashy. They don't do like any crazy setups or anything like that, but they're all like very neutral focus, like simple by the book players, and they get it done. I mean, I think it's Sa, or I'm pretty sure it was Sa. Like there's a set of Sa beating Goichi with F-Ryougi, for example, like at a tournament. So
really? And
yeah, like beating I mean, just like as an example, beating Goichi like you know, like at all in a bracket is very impressive. So
I mean, this is my first fighting game, so like I'm sure even though the VODs are old, like even my perception of it was just wrong because there's still a lot for me to learn, just like general fundamentals.
Yeah,
there's a lot to absorb.
definitely. Somebody in the chat says skill barely increases over time for lower competition games. It can be true. I mean, a lot of times what I notice is that like usually like in the case of this game, like this game is growing. So I do kind of think that over the past like 5 years, there's been a pretty big leap in progress, like as far as players go. But these older games always have like, they're kind of top heavy in the player skill department, and then there's like a fall off, you know what I mean? Because people are trying to catch up. But I think that for Melty or like, you know, current code, like things have kind of flatlined over time, and like even like the mid-level play now compared to a couple years ago, I notice is like way higher, and I don't know, it's impressive, man. I mean, this game is doing very well for how old it is. But yeah, don't sleep on old VODs. Like there's even if like you think like, oh, this guy's just doing like super basic like fake bad Ryogi combos, like those guys are like actually great at the game. Like they know what they're doing. It's just like as far as like routing and like different tech and whatnot, like yeah, like it might not have all been developed. But you also have to remember too, like with these old VODs on like characters like F-Ryougi, like Ryogi kind of sucks compared to like Aoko or like Nero. So like, you know, the good players weren't really wasting a lot of time playing like these random mid tiers and whatnot. Like they were playing all the good characters. So those characters are like much more developed. But it's cool to see like, I mean even still now, like there's people picking up F-Ryougi and like a bunch of other old like mid tier and like low tier characters that people are like trying out and being like, oh, like there's actually some interesting stuff these characters can do. So you know, just
for sure,
fun to think about, and you know, fun to watch and learn from. But yeah,
you mentioned you like watching VODs. I'm the same way, and the fucked up part is like, I don't know, the F-Ryougi players I follow, like you and Eleanor and QRQL, etc., even like Phi, like Loki, you guys don't be entering brackets that much. So like I go to like the I look up like the full moon Ryogi page, or like I'll look up your name, and it's just the full first page is just like 17,000 Alchemist games.
yeah.
Like it's like I got the experience against FSA, but unfortunately it's like one of 96 characters.
The funniest thing is like that's like one of the matchups that I struggle the most with. I think like, I mean for me nowadays, like I'm not like the Ryogi player that I was. Like I'm not like dedicated to this character anymore. Like there's other characters that I like to play. But yeah, like I don't enter as much as I used to. And like the matchups that you'll see me play Ryogi in are usually just like, they're kind of like comfort picks more than anything, because either like I haven't practiced like Akiha or Hime in a matchup, or I just like I don't know who else to pick, so I just pick Ryogi because this is like my day one character. You know what I mean? Like I played Ryogi for basically, I competed with Ryogi for like 3 years straight, and the bulk of my VODs are probably from like those first 2-3 years on this character, and then after that it's kind of like diminishing returns. But yeah, like if you ever need me like record a set playing her, like you want to see like a specific matchup, I'm always down to do that. I mean, I actually have like a bunch of like privated videos, not of like Ryogi sets specifically, but just like sets that I record for people, usually playing like a random F Moon character, because it's kind of like I'm like become the fucking F Moon guy.
I've noticed you seem to only pick some F Moon.
Yeah, I play F Moons,
Jay.
and then I play Siakiha, and that's like it. But
I mean, awesome. I love F Moon.
I will say there is some, I don't know when the streams are gonna happen, but there is some potential C and H Moon characters that I'm gonna be living out soon, because I just want to try some other characters in the cast, and they may or may not be very cheap, but we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah, you bring it up. I was gonna ask like why you stopped uploading to your channel like sets, stuff like that.
I mean the main thing is that I don't play as much, and I like a lot of the reason that I'll go and enter competitions nowadays is just like if it's something big, I'll enter, but some of it like was time, and some of it was honestly just being lazy. Like right now I'm trying to get more in the habit of like streaming this game, and just like not gonna say like building an audience or anything like that, but you know, like I do want to try and get more information and like sets and just like educational type videos out there for people to watch. I mean, I think that even if it's just like gameplay streams, those can like do a lot for viewership and just like, you know, building some community for people to like, you know, watch the game. Because I think that a lot of players like that we have now, most of the people in the Discord are like turbo grinders. You know what I mean? Like everybody just like plays a lot of sets.
Yeah.
But like actually like watching gameplay and like talking about the games and whatnot, like that stuff is, in my opinion, like equally as important for new players to improve and, you know, bring new people in. So I don't know. Yeah, I want to try and get better at that because I know that I am somebody that like you know, has played this game for a decent amount of time, and I perform reasonably well when I enter things. So, you know, I have thoughts about this game, is what I'll say. I have opinions, and you know, they wouldn't hurt to share them.
No, for sure, because like I said, on the Melty games, like it's like 11,000 games of Alchemist. And what I'll do is if I don't want to watch the Alchemist games, I'll go to your channel and low-key just watch the VOD versus you and KFL.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I can only watch that. I've watched that probably like 7 times. You know, sometimes it gets a little old, so it's like I'm always fiending for that, like the Ryogi VODs. Like
Definitely,
Ryogi
definitely. Well, you know what? Let me we're almost at 2 hours, so what I'll do is I'm gonna wrap up this call soon. I'll play some F-Ryougi for like I'll say like 30 minutes. I'll play a set of F-Ryougi and then I'll have that for you. And if you have any like matchups, seriously, like just message me for like a matchup you want me to record, even if it's like not against a specific player, and I can like record that for you. And I'll upload it and I'll make it public so that people can see it, because this is like something I actually am trying to work on. But yeah.
There's a lot of like specifically something like Narrow. There are so few Narrow players that's like I ran into Rock and Bracky and I didn't really know what the hell C Narrow did, so like it was kind of rough.
Yeah, I haven't played them. The Rock is a EU player, right?
Yeah, they're in EU, but they were in NA. I don't know if they're still in NA, but they're in NA for the last Melt Your Blood. That's why I fought them in Melt Your Blood.
Okay,
so I don't
cool.
know if they're still,
cool.
I don't know if they're still in NA or not.
So the lore for me is that like Web and I used to do like first to 30s on F-Ryougi and C Narrow, so I have like a lot of experience in that matchup. And then to be honest with you, like when I first started playing Bear and Sen, have you heard of those players? Or
I saw Bear in LFGNA a few days ago. I don't know who the other one you said is.
I think there's a new Bear. So anyways, they're both like F Narrow players, and they were like, dude, like they made my life awful for like the first like year or two that I played this game. Like it was not fun having to play against them. But yeah, I have a lot of experience playing against Narrow, so I could try and record maybe a rump set too, playing F-Ryougi. That might help.
Yeah, that would help a lot.
Yeah, because that's actually
rump will drum my team and destroy me. So.
Yeah, that's a tough. I mean, to be honest, like I think F Narrow is a harder matchup than C is for F-Ryougi, but I don't know. Yumari says Rock was in EU, and I think they're back in NA now. Cool. But so you're right about that. But
Narrow is like the big one, because like if there's like Len players running around, there's Sisotski I mean, I'm good on the Sisotskis. Like I just accept my loss. Like, I'm good on that character.
Yeah.
It really is. Narrow is like the big one.
Okay. Yeah, I can.
And C-Row. Narrow and C-Row are the ones that have no experience.
Interesting. Okay, I can.
I've never played against C-Row in my life.
I will try to record a rump set then for you with the F Narrow. I don't know that I'm gonna be able. Oh, you know what? I could record a set with Jimger. Have you played Jimger? Shoutouts to.
I've not played Jimger.
Okay, Jimger is my Philly goat, Philly native.
Really?
Yeah. So we play at local sometimes. They're very good, and I can record a set with them, and then I will try and hit up Gomp for some C-Row games, because I think it's kind of funny. Like F-Ryougi is, in my opinion, like not a great character. Like I think she's like a mid tier for sure. Like I don't know where she hovers.
Yeah.
I don't have like a tier list or anything, but she has like a lot of really big flaws. But her one saving grace is that like against characters like C-Roa and like Narrow, she's actually like pretty good because of her dash and like the nature of her pressure. Like it's odd. Like she definitely has a weird place in this game as a character, like be picking. I'm not going to say that she's like winning matchups into those characters, but she loses a lot less hard than some other characters, if that makes sense. So
yeah.
But cool.
No, those are the two big
I got you. Yeah, so I will definitely record those. I'm gonna try and play a set now, so I'll host up. But this was fun, dude. Like, definitely, if you wanna do
It was
this again, or you want me to, obviously I'll record those sets. But if you ever want to do this again, like after you have a big tournament run or like another set
For sure.
that you want to go over, hit me up. Like I'm always down
Yeah.
to a VOD review, and we got through that pretty quick. I thought it might take a little bit longer, but the length that you sent, like a 10-minute set where it's like 4 or 5 games, like that's like perfect. And I think that's like
Yeah.
enough. You don't need like a whole first to 10 to kind of dissect like where things are going wrong. Like usually like even like a 2 or 3 game set is enough. Like you'll see repeat things happen, even at like a high level. Like you'll see repeat engagements happen that you can learn from. So
that Doge bot I sent, I call it the first to psychosis because it was like a first to 40, and I was like, should I send Zay the 2-hour VOD? And I was like, probably not. Let me trim it down.
Yeah, that would have been interesting to try and comb through. But yeah, the 10 minutes was like perfect. So if you could keep it around that length, that would be like perfect for these streams. Because I mean, even that like took us like around an hour to get through. And not that that's a bad thing, but
Yeah.
I think we pulled enough from it.
I'm glad I actually hopped on the comms. I wasn't like, that's kind of what I wanted in general. So when you asked, I was like, oh yeah, for sure. But I think being like in the call with you made it like significantly better than if I was just like in chat listening.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's easier for me too, because like when you have a question, it's like we can actually bounce it back and forth a little bit easier rather than having to like wait for like the delay of the stream and whatnot. Not that there's a big delay, but it's a little bit easier this way, and I don't know, more personable. So, and it was good to meet you too. This is the first time we're talking,
sure,
but I hope that I'm gonna try and go out to Eclipse. I don't know if you're gonna make that this year.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask that. I forgot. No, I'm gonna make it out to Eclipse.
Yeah, so we might be able to meet there and get a nice little F-Ryougi group photo.
Oh yeah, I know we did that at
which
CB,
would be cool. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. But all right. I'm gonna dip here. I'll play a set and then probably end the stream. But it was good talking to you and meeting you. And this was a lot of fun. So I'll see you, GBM. Thank you.
All right, peace.
All right, guys. That was pretty fun. I'm gonna host up. We'll play a quick set with F-Ryougi. I have no idea who we're gonna end up playing against, but we'll do that, and then gonna call the stream there. So let me bring up LFGNA. And we'll see who's hosting. We might actually have a decent amount of people playing, so. Cool. Oh, Doge, I didn't see your message. You said Jimger's God Games. Yeah, Jimger's a lot of fun to play against. He has like a great intuition on like how to play this game, despite not being somebody that like plays all the time. He's a super fun person to play against. Keyboard warrior, Always funny seeing people play on keyboard. But yeah. I gotta see, man. Maybe I'll test out some more parry stuff while we play too. That could be interesting. I'm glad I found out that I'm glad I found out that the low parry works against Kohaku in some of those spots, because I did not know that repeat pressure was exploitable in that way. Definitely hoping that I can leverage low parry more in some matchups and just use it more in general, because it's one of her unique tools, and being able to pull people. Oh, someone joined. Being able to pull people out of their attacks and get like a guaranteed combo that's unburstable is pretty big, especially when you're, coming from defense. Let me unmute this game. I forgot I had it muted. It is Khan that joined. I think we played last time I streamed too. So yes. Okay, I think this is gonna be see Hisui lead. I was actually thinking about this matchup because Khan has this habit of doing oof. Yeah, ladle there. Oh wow, nice. Oh no. No way. There we are. That might be the first time Khan has ever shielded. Interesting. Never too late to try, you know? Oh yeah, alright. Oh no. Dust catching me there. I'm gonna do this. Oh. There we are. Has Khan played you in this matchup a lot, I guess? Oh, lag. Khan ducks the hell out of you. Damn. There we are. Nice. He hates F-Ryougi. I mean, I get it. A lot of people don't like this character. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Yeah, a little too greedy on those resets there. Oh, yeah, nice ladle. I'm gonna go for blood heat here. Oh no, yeah. Damn, I missed my 2-3-6 there. He doesn't know how to deal with her pressure. I think that's a common problem for people because she doesn't really like force you open, but she resets with like a lot of like barely minus resets, which is problematic for a lot of people. I should probably try and parry the 5C instead of what I'm doing now. Oh, nice. 5A, yeah. Oh wow. Oh wow. Am I dead? Not quite. I don't know if this is gonna kill. It's gonna get close. Yeah, there we are. Okay. I was gonna say wake up dust, but they try to heat there. Yeah, it's Khan and I. Oh no. Oh, misinput. Damn. Nice. You get a super meaty after blood heat command grab too. Yeah, if you land it, you get a pretty good meaty. Wow. Interesting shield. I don't know if you can actually jump over dust and punish there, but it's worth trying. I guess it kind of worked out. Switching characters now. Oh, this is gonna kill. Oh, it dropped. Damn. I might have been able to keep it simple there and just do the re-jump. I wanted to try and get as much damage as possible, see if I could kill. Oh wow, yeah, 2C. Gonna smoke that there. Khan's been working with Kohaku, but still very new. Yeah. Oh, that stayed out? What the hell? I'll respond to that in a second, GBM, don't worry. So you said you forgot to ask, when do you think you should jump 236B ender versus air through ender? It depends on the matchup. I think in general, like, if you want to build meter or like pick up the knife again, you can do the jump 236B ender. And then so like in a matchup like this, doing the jump 236B ender is kind of better in a lot of cases because the dust is so cheap against Hisui. Let's see if I can hit it this time. I missed it. Try to queue up, Loki. Good luck with your matches. Oh, nice. Yeah, good anti-air there. Yeah, alright, we're mashing there. Just bigger stagger. Oh yeah. Got to fight Skeleton for the first time, or their coma. Nice. How'd that go? Her coma's insane, so... Damn. Nice. Took a bunch of rounds. Yeah, Skeleton's really good. A nice confirm. See if I can hit it. Yeah. Damn. Ooh. Oh, uh-oh. Try to get 2B there and I missed it. Nice. Alrighty. GG's Con. Thank you for the set. Alrighty. I think I'm going to call it there. That was pretty fun. Got some pretty good VOD review. A little F-Ryougi set at the end. Personally hate this matchup. I get it. I get it. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you. Thank you everybody who watched, and thank you again GBM for sharing your set with everybody. That was greatly appreciated. Hopefully I can do more stuff like this. It doesn't have to be necessarily F-Ryougi, you know, like any. I mean, I'm open to doing this with any character. I obviously don't know everything about every character, but you know, I played for a good amount of time, especially if it's an F Moon. If it's an F Moon, I probably have some experience with them, so we could, you know, like a Hammy stream would be pretty cool with the F-Ryougi. I'd love to do like a F Kohaku stream sometime, talk about that character, because I think that character is so much fun. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. So thank you guys again for being here, and hopefully I'm gonna try and stream again. I might have time tomorrow actually, so we'll see. If not tomorrow, then sometime probably Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, you said I'll spend a while improving. Then might ask for another review like this one if you'd be down. Definitely GBM, definitely. Just send me a message. Or if you want to ask in here next time I stream, something like that, that's fine. But yeah, try and just, you know, iterate on some of the stuff that we talked about. And I mean, I'm sure you'll get some of the stuff down. You're a good player. I mean, you've improved pretty quick, like a lot of the other new players. So it's cool to see that everybody in Chained is, you know, leveling up. But yeah, alrighty guys, I'm gonna sign off. So have a good night. It's good seeing you, good streaming, and peace.